Hi, my beauties. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. I appreciate it. Mi casa se su casa. You hear that Spanish? You hear that? You hear that bilingual? Anyway, so today is Sunday, and you know what that means. I am making Sunday dinner. However, I need to go to the store to get everything that I need. I was going to make something in my freezer, but I had a taste for some fish. I had a taste for some whole red snapper, which I didn't already have. So I got to go run to the grocery store to get everything that I need. And I'm taking you along with me so you can see everything that I'm getting. And then we'll come back and get started on this delicious Sunday dinner. Talk to you soon. Hello, I'm good. How you doing? Okay, so I finally made it back home and I'm prepping everything so I can start cooking. So right now in back of me, I have a pot of water that is boiling because I am making red beans and rice, Haitian style red beans and rice, and I will show you how I make that. So in here, I have about 2.5 cups of, oh shoot, it is leaking. So in here, I have about 2.5 cups of beans. And back here, I have the water. I'm gonna go ahead and add some oil, some cloves, and also garlic. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. All right, so I have cloves right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a handful of cloves. I'm also adding some oil. Okay, and I will be adding some garlic. So here's the garlic. And then for my beans, I'm adding the beans in here, and I've already rinsed the beans. Okay, so I added this in here, everything in here. And we're going to let this boil, cook on medium low for about 2 hours. Within an hour, I'll check on it, but it should take about 2 hours for this to fully cook. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started on cleaning the fish. All right, so now we are tackling the fish. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some salt in here. Okay, so I ran out of this salt, so let me grab another one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add some salt all over the fish. So this is how I clean my fish. I let it first soak in salt and also vinegar. Okay, oops, excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to let it soak in the salt and vinegar for about 5 to 10 minutes, no longer than 5 to 10 minutes, only because of the acid of the vinegar, and also because of the salt. You do not want to let it soak longer than that, because if you do, then it's like the fish is literally starting to cook in a sense. So yeah, so because of the acid from the vinegar, and also because of the salt, we don't want to let the fish sit in the salt and vinegar for a very long time. So just about 5 to 10 minutes. And then once it has soaked, after 5 to 10 minutes, then I'm gonna come back and I'm going to squeeze some lime and also some lemon. And I'm going to leave the juice from the lime and the lemon to the side. I'll put it to the side, and then I will use the lime and the lemon to rub the fish down and clean it. But I'll show you all that in just a moment. Well, not just a moment, but about 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll be back and I'll show you the process on how I clean my fish, because we want our fish to not have any fishy smells. Because it is fish doesn't mean that it has to smell like it just literally came out of the sea. When you're eating fish, you want to enjoy the fish, but you don't want to smell that strong fishy smell, because that literally will make some people feel nauseous. I know it would make me feel nauseous. That's just disgusting. I don't like to eat fish and smell that fishy strong odor. So yeah, so we got to clean our fish. So I'll be back once I'm ready to clean the fish, just to kind of show you how I clean my fish. I'm pretty sure you've probably seen plenty of videos of people cleaning fish, but everybody tends to do things a little different. So I'm just going to show you how I do it, how I clean my fish. And yeah, so I'll be back. Okay, so this is the fun part. I was being sarcastic. So I'm going to clean the fish, and do you see how big these fish are? They're freaking huge. I honestly didn't want them this big, but this is all they had. So yeah, they are freaking huge. Okay, so first thing first, we're going to cut us. Okay, so hold on one second. Let me see something. Okay, so we're gonna cut some lines in it. These bad boys are heavy. Okay, so I went ahead and cut these open, and this helped with the flavor, with the seasoning, just, you know, getting all up in there so it could taste good. I think I want to make this a little deeper. Okay. Okay, and then now we have to clean all this, all the inside. Okay, so before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and just rub it down with the lime. Okay, and I'm just pretty much gonna go ahead and show you how I clean one of them. I'm not gonna do all three on camera because we'll be here all day. Or the video, I shall say, will be long. So just gonna show you just one. So we clean, okay, so we clean all the inside next. Okay, and hopefully you can see this. Should have put my hair up. Okay, so you see all this? You want to remove all this out. And you got to be careful as well because these are sharp. You don't want to cut yourself. Okay. All right. And we're almost there. See, this is the teeth. So we want to remove all this. We don't want to leave this in here. Okay, so do you see? I remove all this. All this has been removed. This is why I do not like making fish often. I love eating fish, but this part I do not like. And this is also why I'm not big on eating fish just from anyone, because I know not everyone cleans fish like this. Any meat, really. I'm a picky eater, so. All right. Just how I like it. Clean, take all them bad boys out. We don't want none of this in here. All right, so I've cleaned the fish and I'm getting ready to season it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I season, and let me just show you the inside. I remove all the nasty junk in the inside. All right, so gonna go ahead and clean it. Well, not clean, sorry. We're gonna go ahead and season. And I'm running low on my epis, so I have to make some more. I may make some today. So if I do, I will definitely record it. So if anyone wants to try it, you can go ahead and make it. So yeah, so these fish are pretty big, so just want to make sure that I put enough in there because they're huge. All right, so first we're gonna use adobo. Ooh, excuse me. If you ain't sneezing, it ain't seasoning. Okay, so next we're using Maggi. Ooh, gotta be careful. Hold on. Okay, Maggi. Just gonna go ahead and put all these in here and then I'll rub it. Okay, next, black pepper. Okay, garlic powder. Excuse me. Onion powder. And I do have allergies, so whenever I smell anything that is too strong, like seasoning, cleaning products, everything that I like, all the things that I love, I start sneezing away. Okay, seasoned salt. My allergies just won't let me be great. Will not let me be great. Okay, adding some of this in here as well. All right, that was a little fast, so let me make sure you see it. Okay. All right, and then we're adding this as well. Okay, so now I'm going to rub in the seasoning. This one next. these are some big fish. Ooh. Okay, and then now for the lime juice. Well, this is mixed with lime and also lemon. Okay, so, all right, this looks pretty well seasoned. Okay, and we are done. The fish is completely cleaned and seasoned, and it smells really good. Okay. And I taste all the season. All the season. Okay. So we're done. So the fish is completely cleaned and also well seasoned. So I'm just gonna put this to the side for about an hour. And once again, for the sake of the video, it's not marinating overnight. And plus, I didn't know I was going to make this today, to be honest. Had I known, I would have gotten this since yesterday, cleaned it since yesterday, marinated. Because again, I do like for my meat to marinate at least a day or two ahead of time. But it's fine. I'll let it marinate for about an hour or so, and it should be good. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it to the side. And once the rice is ready, I'll come back. Well, not the rice. Once the bean is ready, once the bean has been cooked, then I'll come back and start preparing the rice. But right now, the fish, I believe the beans should be ready by the time the fish is done marinating, because I think I have about another hour for the beans to cook. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this to the side, and I will be back. All right, so I am back. So the beans are done cooking. I cooked it for about 2 hours, so they're perfect. So now I'm getting ready to make the rice. So again, this is Haitian red rice and beans. So if Haitian rice is something that you enjoy eating, you like eating it, I got you. I'm gonna show you how to make the best Haitian red beans and rice. So what we're going to need, we need oil, of course. So I have about 1.5 cups. I have 1.5 cups of oil, and we're going to need green onions. So I cut up some green onions. We're going to need Scotch bonnet pepper, garlic, fresh parsley, and thyme. Is it thyme or thyme? Thyme, whatever. So we have the fresh parsley and the thyme as well. And we're going to use butter, okay? So, oh, and please don't mind my nails. My nails broke today, and my nail girl, she's on vacation. So your girl is struggling with the nails, but that's besides the point. We're not here for nails. We're here for food. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to the stove and get ready to make the rice. I'm gonna go ahead and show you step by step how to make the rice. And well, all my seasonings are back here, so you'll see in just a moment. Okay, so hopefully this is a good angle. Hopefully you can see. All right, so I went ahead and I added the oil in here, and I did add another cup of oil. So I actually added 2 cups of oil in here. So right now I have the stove on high, and I know you may think, you know, this is a lot of oil, but I am making a good amount of rice. And when it comes to Haitian rice, you want to put a good amount of oil in here. You don't want to be a little light-handed when it comes to adding the oil, because the way the rice, the texture of the rice, it won't come out how it's supposed to unless you put a certain amount of oil. So we don't want to be scared to, you know, to add oil in here. So 2 cups of oil is good. You don't have to add this much of oil in here if you don't want to. If you want to try this and this is too much oil for you, by all means, you don't have to add as much as I add, but this is how I make it. Okay, so I went ahead and I added the green onions. So we're just gonna let everything get like a nice golden color. All right, and then next we're going to add some of my épices in here. And we want the rice to have good flavor, so I'm adding about 3 spoons. Okay, and next I'm adding the beans, so this is 2 cups. Okay, and I'm adding another 2 cups, so it's 4 in total. 4 cups of beans. Okay, so now I am adding all the seasonings to my food, to my rice. So this is Maggi. And as I stated before, with the measurements, just to be on the safe side, you can just start light. And then once you add your water, if you feel that it needs more seasonings, you can always go back and add more. So this was garlic salt that I just added. Now I'm adding adobo. I am also adding black pepper. Garlic powder. onion powder. And I'm also adding some seasoned salt. Okay, and I'm going to mix it. Okay, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cover this for about 1 minute. Okay, so it's been about a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to add my coconut milk. All right, so I'm back. So once I added the coconut milk in here, I covered it for about 2 minutes. Well, about a minute or two. Okay, so, and I did taste it and the taste is perfect. It's exactly how I want it. So it tastes good. There's no need to add any more seasoning. Well, of course, once I add the water in here, if it needs more, of course, I'll add more because I will most likely add some salt in here. Okay, so now this is the water from the beans. So this is about 2 cups of water. So I'm gonna add this in here. Okay, and I'm adding another 2 cups. And normally when you're making rice, if you're making 2 cups of rice, you would do 2 cups of water. If you're making 3 cups of rice, you would use 3 cups of water and so forth. But the rice that I'm using, the type of rice that it is, it does require me to use a little bit more water. So this was 4 cups of water. So again, because of the type of rice that I'm using, I'm going to add another 4 cups of water. All right, so and I'll show you the type of rice that I'm using. The rice that I normally use, I'm unable to find it here. Again, I'm in Houston. I'm originally from Miami, and the rice that I'm used to buying back home, I cannot find it here. So this is the rice that I'm using. Okay, in case you want to take a screenshot. This is the rice that I'm using. And again, because of the type of rice this is, I do need to add extra water because the rice is real grainy. So if you don't add more water than normal, it will not cook properly. Okay. So I'm covering this, letting it come to a boil, and then I will go ahead and add the rice in here. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my rice, rinse it, because I do like to wash my rice before I actually put it in here, so I'll be back. Okay, so I have the rice here. I went ahead and I rinsed it, and now I will be adding that in here. And this is 4 cups of rice, just in case I didn't mention that. I have 4 cups of rice in here. And I did taste the rice prior to me adding the rice. I'm so sorry. I did taste the water prior to me adding the rice, and the season is on point. There's no need for me to add any salt, so I did not add salt to it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let this boil down, let the water completely absorb before I put the top on. All right, so I'm also adding Scotch bonnet pepper. Don't know if you could see. Okay, so I did add my parsley and thyme in here, so now I'm going to add my butter. And the butter helps with the texture as well. And then when you're also making rice, you don't want to mix it too much. So instead of me going like this in circles, I tend to just go like this. I go in the corners and I go like this. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and let the water absorb. Once that's done, I will put on the lid with a piece of foil, and the foil is going to help the rice cook. So I'll be back when I'm ready for that part. Okay, so it's almost ready. All right, so from time to time, I just take the spoon and I lift the rice up. I go in the corners so the water can just go underneath from the top. Again, you don't want to stir, you don't want to mix it. You just want to go like this. Okay, and it's just about ready for me to add the foil. All right, yeah, so it's ready for me to add the foil. So now I'm going to turn the oven on low. You want to have it on the lowest temperature so it can slow cook. All right, so that is that. Okay, so hopefully this is a good angle. Hopefully you can see really well. Because I took my glasses off because it was getting a little foggy. So I can't really tell if the angle is a good one. So hopefully it is. And I'm a clean freak. I like to clean as I'm cooking, so that way once I'm done, I don't have to worry about cleaning. And plus it just kind of irks me if I see dirty dishes and dirty things all around me while I'm cooking. All right, so again, I turned the heat. I turned it down. I have it on low. It's completely turned down. All right. And it smells delicious. You hear me? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the foil on top. Okay, so I have it on low. Okay, so I'm done with the rice. So this is going to cook on low for about 35 to 40 minutes. You can check it within 35 minutes, but normally it's about 35 to 40 minutes. But like I said, even 30 minutes, even within 30 minutes, you can come back and check to see if it's cooked. If it's not cooked, you can leave it for another 5 minutes, making it 35. And if it's still not cooked, then you can just let it cook for the whole 40. The whole 40, definitely it will be ready. but normally it's about 35 minutes. It'll cook. It will cook properly within 35 minutes. All right, so I will be back when I'm making the fish. All right, so after 35 minutes, this is what the rice is looking like. It is completely cooked. I'm trying to not pick up the parsleys. I want to give you a close look. What are the parsleys being in here? Okay, so let me see. All right, I think this is good. All right, so this is how it looks after 35 minutes. It is completely cooked. Not mushy, not too grainy, just perfect. Just right. Okay, so now I'm going to remove it from the stove. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it from the stove because I don't want to leave it on the stove and then it keeps cooking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it from the stove because it'll still be hot. By the time everything is prepared, everything else is cooked, it will still be very warm. So now I am going to tackle the red snapper. All right, so now I'm getting ready to fry the fish. I'm just gonna add a little slap your mama in here. And just to season up the flour just a little bit. And you really don't need to season the flour. If your fish is already well seasoned, you really don't need to add anything extra in the flour, but just gonna add a little bit only because, excuse me, only because mine did not marinate overnight. So I just wanted to have that extra flavor. All right, so let me go ahead and grab the fish. Okay, so now I'm just coating the fish with some flour. And it's good to coat it with flour because that way it keeps the fish from breaking up. And I've also made fried snapper without any flour, and it came out good as well. But yeah, this is definitely one of the best ways to make it. Just adding the flour, just keep, just to make sure that it holds the fish together and it doesn't break into pieces or start falling apart once it's frying in the grease. All right. Okay, so now I have the fish and I'm just gonna shake it. Just remove some of the flour from it. Okay, and we're going to add it right in here. Okay, so we're gonna let this fry for about 8 to 10 minutes. The first 4 minutes, I'm gonna let it fry and then I'll flip it over just to make sure that each side cooks well. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this fry for about 10 minutes in total, 8 to 10 minutes. And while it's frying, you wanna kinda move it around from time to time. Because the center down at the bottom, it does tend to burn your food, especially when it comes to fish. So you just kind of want to move it around a little bit from time to time so it won't get that harsh burnt mark down at the bottom. So hopefully it doesn't get that. So I moved it quite a bit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let this finish frying and I'll be back. I'll flip it over and let it fry on the other side as well. And these are some huge fish. All right, so the fish is done and I'm getting ready to take it out. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the next one in here. So I'm just shaking off some of the flour, and we're going to add this bad boy in here as well, the next one. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you how the fish is looking. All right. Okay, so this is the dressing that I made. I made a homemade dressing, and this is for the salad. So yep, this is the meal. I am all done. Everything came out delicious. All right, guys, so I am done cooking and food. Let me show you. So this is the fish, the rice, salad. Let me turn it around. Okay. The fish, the snapper, the red beans and rice, the salad, and also the fried plantain. Okay, so I'm done, and I'm not even gonna hold you. I taste the fish already, and that's all I can say is But yeah, and then I also made this. I made some homemade dressing. Yeah, I made some homemade dressing for the salad. But yeah, so everything is once again delicious. Everyone ate except for me. But I taste the fish. The fish. So I'm not even gonna get on camera and take a bite being fake as if I'm literally just now tasting it. I tasted already because I fixed the plates, and I did taste some of my son's fish before I got on camera, so I haven't even touched my fish yet. But the rice, let's try the rice. Okay, so this is the rice. I'm trying it now. All right, guys, once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for coming in my kitchen today and doing another cooking segment with me. I really appreciate it. If you have not already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And do not forget to click on the notification button so that way when I drop a new goodie, you'll be the first to know. So again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I love you, love you, love you, love you long time. And see you on the next one. Bye.